At the beginning of the year, GHS students experienced something we thought we would never have to go through: threats to our safety. In today's Campus Corner, GHS Insider reporter Zabria McClain talks to our administration about how they are protecting us.
Thank you, Tia. I'm here with our very own assistant principal, Mr. Longino. Thank you for agreeing to speak with me.
Thank you. Welcome.
So we got off to a rocky start this year with a lockdown that started with a pre-planned flyer drill. Can you tell us about how you were able to get word out to the teachers so quickly?
So when we got the threat, we sent out an email to all the staff, and we also got on the intercom they said lockdown, and our teachers and students did a great job of locking down instantly. As a matter of fact, we received a lot of praise from district personnel about how fast our teachers and students locked our campus down. So at that time when the students were locked down, this was the safest place in Memphis. So our staff and our teachers did a great job, and our students.
So what triggered this lockdown?
We are continuing to follow that breaking news at Germantown High School. We know heavy police presence there after police tell us that someone called in a threat to the school.
So we were having a fire drill at the time, and then we had a threat by telephone about an active shooter coming, and it was right at the fire drill, so that was a perfect time if a shooter was to come. So that came, and then we did the signal for a lockdown, and the school locked itself down. So that's what happened. The reason it took so long is because the shooter the person that kept calling, he kept calling every hour saying that he was here, he was doing this. That's why it took so long for the threat to be neutralized.
The rumors definitely escalated because we weren't being told anything, because we were left out and shut out, and they just had us sitting in there, and it causes more of a panic when no one knows anything.
So how were you able to keep everything under control during this lockdown with all the parents crowded on campus?
So again, the teachers and the students did an excellent job. The parents, on the other hand, were a challenge for us.
I got a call saying there was an active shooter on the premises. Once I got here, I realized it wasn't an active shooter.
So we had law enforcement at every entrance and exit. That was to stop anybody from entering our campus or exiting our campus. Also with the parents, we kept them in a central location, and we released all students as fast as we could, and we had a lot of help from the district, so they came. So we had law enforcement with the entrances, and we had district personnel helping us release the students in an orderly fashion. So it was actually a perfect situation.
So there has been a heavy police presence since the lockdown. Is this permanent?
It will be permanent. We will have more law enforcement here on campus, and we have some undercover law enforcement here that you will not see. So, and that's just to keep the kids safe, keep the students safe, keep the schools safe. So yes, we will have a heavy law enforcement here on campus, and we're also working with Germantown Police Department for them to offer services as well.
And what kind of precautions are being taken to keep students safe if another threat were to occur, or if someone were to act on these threats?
So the first thing is that we want to make sure that all vehicles belong on this campus, and that's why we do the parking passes. That's the first thing that we do as a safety measure. Also, any person that enters our campus will have to check in at the office. Law enforcement is always watching all of the exits and entrances to make sure that no one can just enter our campus and harm one of the students or the staff. So these precautions are in place, and we also still will continue to do our lockdown drills every month, as well as our fire drills and all our other emergency drills. So if there's any indication of what happened, we're going to be fine as long as everyone continues to do what they did the first time.
And there have been quite a few incidents where students have started physical conflicts. Can you talk about the consequences for these kinds of actions?
So anytime there's a fight on our campus, we can give between 5 to 10 days of suspension. I'm happy to say though, in comparison to last year, we had 20 fewer fights than last year. So the students have been doing a good job with not getting into physical confrontations. If there's a fight and there are 3 3 or more participants, that's an automatic 180-day expulsion. That's considered to be a gang fight. But I want to continue to just commend our students. We have not had any major fights. And as a result, you can also see that we've had more pep rallies, and we plan on having more activities for the students if they can continue to not have these physical altercations.
Well, I'd like to thank you for keeping us safe and taking care of us.
Oh, you're welcome. That's our job, and all of our admin do a great job here, and our teachers, so thank you. And the children are doing good as well, so thank you.
Back to you, Tia.